We have breaking news. Let's get right to it.
Past 24 hours, we've seen 34 new cases of COVID-19 here in Utah.
Following breaking news out of Utah, a magnitude 5.7 earthquake hitting just after 7 a.m. local time, about 10 miles west of Salt Lake City.
You need 100 to 150,000 tests a day.
Isolation20 Podcast, number 80. No, yeah, it's number 80. I had to look at the notes to see what episode it is. Welcome back for another episode. I appreciate you clicking play, whether if it's on the audio hemisphere or if you are joining the YouTube gang. We need more subscribers on YouTube. We need more subscribers and more views. Run them up. All right, at All Rock on YouTube, man. It's a fun time. It's a cool time right now. I feel great. I'm feeling happy. I'm feeling loved. I'm feeling cool. I'm feeling cool on this day. I just lit a wonderful chai candle. Can't get too close to it, so I lit it. Ooh, it smells so good. It smells that chai scent. Ooh, so good. My boy Jason with All Sports Mouth Guards and his wifey Gabby, they brought out that over last time he came to the studio for Unrestricted. If you have not listened to that episode, go run those numbers up. Go check it out. It was a fun time with Jason. It's always a good time. Excuse me. We first met Jason. He came in. He talked about his story. Talked about being a tow truck driver and going in and betting on himself and becoming his own entrepreneur and breaking his leg and everything like that. And now it was more like, yo, let's just talk. Let's just hang out, right? And that's kind of the vibe that you get on Unrestricted. Typically, it's reoccurring people, folks that I've already like met and friends of the show and whatnot. They come on, they talk, and it's just a good time on Unrestricted. So if you have not tapped into that, definitely go check it out. It was a very fun time. Yesterday we went and seen my boy Tavian, my oldest son. He is about to go into the fifth grade, which is cool. So he's becoming a young man. I remember my first times going into the fifth grade and fourth grade. It wasn't really too much of a change, but the big change for my son is that he has to go to a new school. They redistrict his current school, and they're like, yo, you fall out of the district, get out of here. And so he had the opportunity to go to a new school that is right up the street from us, and it is gorgeous. This school is so nice. It was built in 2020, so at the height of the pandemic, you know what I mean, when everything was going on, they opened up. And which is cool because they already have protocols in set, and you know, they've already got the hand sanitizer and everything all over the building. It's already been disinfected. And I ain't gonna lie, when we went there for the orientation type of thing, the get to know us last night thing, I had to pee real bad because I've been drinking a gallon of water a day. By the way, been drinking a gallon of water, pat myself on the back since Saturday. Been knocking out a gallon of water. This is the first time I've been consistent on like my water intake, which is great. We'll jump more into that later. But we go to the school, and I told my son, I was like, yo, I'm gonna be the first one to pee in your school watch. Sure enough, I asked the principal, yo, Miss Principal Lady, can I go to the restroom? She's like, yes, son, you can go over there. Just take a right, take a left. You'll be right there. Going to the bathroom. And typically, like in elementary school, the bathroom, the toilets are low. They have the little dust soap, the soap from 1997 that they had an abundant supply of. And so they just ship it off. They're like, yo, you better use all this soap before we give you more soap. That's the type of soap that they usually have in the elementary schools. But nope. His school got all the nice foam soap. It smells good. Smell like grapes. Ooh, so nice. And they had actual paper towels. So at his current school and many other elementary schools built in the 90s, built in the 1900s, it was, you pull it down, right? It was one strand of towel. You just keep pulling it. You hope you got one dry spot on this towel. I hate those things. Nope, his school got actual paper towels. So it was an upgrade already. It's a beautiful school. As we're going through like the orientation type of thing, she's telling us about the school, telling us about how many classes and whatnot, and giving us the whole spiel. And then after that, we go and we take a tour. So we had like the initial meeting right there in the cafeteria where the kids eat and everything like that. And it's gorgeous. It's nice. They got nice seating. It's spread out. You know what I mean? There's elbow room. You know what I mean? And in the 1900s, we didn't have elbow room. You were sitting on top of your friends. It was bad. It was like a sardine can. D.A. Grout, Clarendon Elementary. You already know what it is. Mountain View Elementary. You know what I mean? So it was just cool seeing the way that school is now. And so we go on this, we start the tour, and the principal's like, oh, there's our gym, and it's nice. They got nice backboards, nice hoops, glass backboards. We never had glass. And it mimics kind of like a garage. Everything in this school was garage doors. So they open and close their doors with like garage doors. It looks really cool. And but it kind of does look like the county. It looks like Central Bookings. You know what I mean? It looks like Salt Lake County Bookings. Not gonna lie, it's all concrete. You know what I mean? The bars look like what you would see in Bookings. You know what I mean? But which there was a lot of jokes between me and the wife while we're going through there. But we get to the kindergarten preschool section, which is all sectioned off in colors, right? And kindergarten, we brought my youngest son because he's going into the kindergarten right now. So we go into that section of it, and it's so nice. They got it's like IKEA furniture everywhere. IKEA threw up in the school. They got all the little side seating where you can go and have a quick little chat with your teacher, right? They have all those kind of seatings, the cubicles or whatever you would call it, like pods where you can just sit and read a book. I'm like, damn, we never had that in my school. It was just like locker, water fountain, locker, water fountain, nothing else, right? But it was a nice experience to see the preschoolers, how everything was low for the preschoolers and kindergartners, and it was bright and just welcoming, warm. And you could tell my youngest son, Amari, he just got energized. You could just tell he was excited. You know, it's a new place, for one, but for two, it's just the atmosphere was very much hype. Yeah, I mean, very hype. And I thought that was really cool. So then we go to the back of the school, to the playground. And she's telling us, for every classroom in kindergarten and preschool, they all have their own restrooms inside the class, which I thought was cool. But then we go to the back of the school, and that's where every class section has their own restroom as well. So a lot of restrooms in this school, and it's a big school, but it's not a big school. I think attendance wise, I think my wife said it's like 500 students or something like that. So we go to the back of the school, and the playground area is sectioned off, it's segregated. Preschoolers and kindergartners, they got their own block, right? They have their own sectioned off block, so the big kids can't go over there and vice versa. But the big kids section, oh my gosh, they have the whole school is fenced off, gated off, like 15, 20 foot gate. Boom, you can't get over it. You know what I mean? You can't get in it. It's very secure. And the whole school's like this. The whole school is very secure. You have to beep in and beep out of everywhere. And but when we got to the playground, instead of grass, it's all turf. So the kids with allergies and whatnot, I mean, there's always allergies somewhere, but you don't have to worry about dog poop on the school grounds. You don't have to worry about mowing the lawn while the kids are in school. You don't have to worry about these things, right? And then you go to the jungle gym, and the jungle gym is all state-of-the-art stuff, brand new stuff. And I've never had a school that was brand new. We had the school with the metal slide, the school with the rocket ship. We had this. You know what I mean? We had the hopscotch painted on the concrete, but the concrete's cracked, so the hopscotch is, you really hurt yourself if you wanted to play hopscotch. Foursquare, it wasn't Foursquare. It ended up being a pentagon. Yeah, it was crazy back in my day, in my school. But this school, again, 2020, brand new. I'm super hyped. I'm more hyped than my son because I'm like, man, this is cool. This is awesome. And so they get a chance to go, and they got to go play and run, and they got tetherball. I haven't seen tetherball in forever, but I'm glad they're still keeping tetherballs alive because I was a king at it. If you don't believe me, test me. Catch me on the tetherball court, all right? But, after that, they test out the the outside portion of it. They come back inside, and then we go upstairs. And upstairs is more classrooms, right? We get into the third and fourth graders, and then we go into first and second grades, and then we go into third, fourth, fifth grade, and it's just really nice. Same kind of atmosphere, warm, bright. But then we notice with the bigger kids, they have other rooms. So like if I think it's called a mental health room or something like that. So if a kid is having like behavioral type of things where they just need to cool off, right? A cool down room. They have that. And it's filled with stuff to warm up a kid, you know what I mean? To make a kid feel better, to cool them down. It's a lot of emotion. Sometimes we forget that these kids at 9, 10, 7, 8 years old, there's a lot of emotions and there's a lot to work through, because there's one way of doing things at home and then there's another way we do things at school, right? And sometimes they don't mesh, right? So I think it's very important to have those type of rooms where a kid doesn't necessarily need to go sit in the office with the principal and do nothing, which his current school is doing that, but to go to the cool down room, maybe, play some flashcards, whatever it is. I mean, talk to somebody, hang out, you know what I mean? And that was something that really stood out to me. Another thing that stood out to me is that they have these one-on-one rooms where if a kid needs a little bit more attention, they can leave the class with with another teacher, get some one-on-one time, get that nice, that one-on-one teaching, learning, which I thought was cool because I never had that. I never experienced that. We're currently not experiencing that at his school now. Another thing that was really cool, this is the hype dad moment of the podcast, this is what you get with Isolation 20. It's me and you talking. This is an isolated podcast with me and you. We get to learn a little bit more about me. And I want to learn more about you too. So if you want to chime in, you can always do that at 385-240-4666 is the number to the podcast. Leave a voice note. I'll play it right here, or shoot a text message. I'll read it right here as well. So we go more down. We're on the second level of the school. And so we go down the hallway and whatnot. And now we see a science room. And this is like a really cool science room where they can do different experiments and whatnot. They have their own dedicated science department that goes into each class, and they bring in new classes, and it's super cool. And it's so well laid out and just organized and nice. You know what I mean? It's probably because it's so new. The school is so new to where they're able to keep on top of it, right? Which I think is so super dope. So we go to the science class, we look at it, and then we go into the library. Now, the library is super open. They have all the IKEA furniture again, all the comfortable furniture. If you've ever been to a new updated library, it's the same thing that they have in there. The little cubicles or the little one-on-one sections where you can read quietly by yourself, or you can have a friend come in and read a story. They have cool artwork on the walls, a bunch of books, wide open windows, and just a place where a kid would want to go, right? And that's what I feel like school and education needs, is a place where kids want to go. You want to go there, right? So I think that's really cool. After that, we pretty much wrapped up. We seen everything, all the other classes and areas for the different, classes and whatnot. Go downstairs. Oh, mind you, the school has elevators, which an elevator in the school, it was unheard of in the 1900s. The kid in the wheelchair, we had to physically lift them up the stairs and go up the stairs, or the teachers just made all his classes his or her classes on the first level. DA Grout, we had a basement level classing, so it was even worse. We had a 3-level school. It was bad. All my folks in Portland, you know what I'm talking about. Insane. But now these kids have a whole elevator. So I thought that was really cool as well. We live in a community that has a lot of refugees. So a lot of refugee kids come to my son's school, which was really cool to see that they had a family resource center, not just for refugees, but for anybody that needs, family services. They have a resource center like attached to the school, which I thought was super dope. I have very high hopes for this school. My son one thing that made me excited was that Tay was actually excited to go to the school too. He was like, yo, it's a new school. Like I'm excited for me, I was like, man, I'm excited that he's excited. So we'll see how things go. My youngest son, wifey's having a little bit of a hard time coming to grips that she has a kindergartner that is about to start school, which rightfully so. She did the same thing with Tavian. He went to school. She cried. You know what I mean? I felt a little something. You know what I mean? I felt a little emotional. I was losing my buddy, but hey, they got to learn. They got to get out there. This is the point in life where they got to learn. There's going to be situations where they have to figure it out. You know what I mean? That mom and dad can't always be there, but I also understand that it's terrifying. And if you're a new parent or if you're going to be having kids, keep that in mind. When they go to school, it's great because you get some things done, but at the same time, it's worrisome. So make sure that you go into a school in your district that you really you enjoy, that makes you feel warm and safe and things like that. This school makes me feel that way. And the ladies, the staff, all warm, all answered all the questions. The only male person in that school is like the science teacher. I was looking at all the teachers on the wall and whatnot. It's like, there's no dudes here? But I guess it makes sense, right? So that was really cool, man. I'm really excited about it. I'll tell you more about first days of school and whatnot. Orientation coming up in August. So that's coming up. Something else that's coming up is the Murph Workout. So I mentioned to you that I've been drinking a lot of water. One of my goals was more water intake. You know what I mean? Just to make me feel better. You know what I mean? I noticed that I was drinking coffee. I was drinking, I have like a Coke Zero, but no water. And I'd wake up and I would not feel ready. You know what I mean? I would wake up kind of groggy. And I didn't drink or I didn't eat nothing crazy late night, but I still felt that way. So I was like, man, it has to be water. I have to hydrate. So I made it a goal. Let's knock out a gallon a day. It's a lot of water. It's hot in Utah right now. So there's no excuse. Let's make it happen. So on Saturday, I went to the store. And to be honest with you, it came from the hype or the influence came from when I did the episode with DJ Will Wonder and DJ Bangarang. Bangarang off camera had a big old jug of alkaline water, and this alkaline water looked delicious. I don't know how water can look delicious, but it looked delicious. And so I was like, I told myself, yo, next time I go to the Smiths, I'm grabbing me a gallon of alkaline water. So I do that on Saturday, grab it, and I knock it out. Knock it out pretty quick. I knocked it out within a couple hours. Boom. Done. First water intake done. Peeing all over the place. It's everywhere. I gotta pee every 10, 15 minutes. But hey, feeling good. Pee look like water. You know what I mean? But Sunday, same thing. We have our workout. Bring my alkaline water, knock out the workout, which was a great workout, by the way. Wonder, he switched some things up. Had your boy body confused for a minute. Yeah, I mean, but a lot of fun. Puked twice. Puked on the field twice, but I puked up the alkaline water. Yeah, ever since then I've been drinking a lot of water, been working out more. I have been doing things at home, I waited too long, but I've been trying to prep for the Murph workout. Now, for those of you that don't know, season 1 of working out on Sundays, we had a Memorial Day Murph workout, which is in honor of, I believe, a certain guy by the name of Murphy that was in the military. Will Wonder will tell you more on his podcast about it, but we did it last year. It's like 2-mile run, like 200 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, you know what I mean, some other workouts, right? Did it last year. It took me about maybe about an hour and a half to complete. In the rain, cold. It was miserable, but got it done. I have not been anywhere near as physical as I was last year as I am this year. No way. So I'm definitely not ready for this, but I figured, hey, week of, maybe I can get some type of, muscle memory. You know what I mean? So I've been doing some push-ups, doing some crunches, been lifting, and getting my water intake, getting prepared for Sunday. Because Sunday, 6 in the morning, I'll be starting this Murph thing. And the goal is just to finish. There's no time for me. It's just knock it out. You know what I mean? And I'm not necessarily worried about the push-ups, the sit-ups, anything like that. It's the 2-mile run. That sucks. Or the 2-mile run, walk, jog, whatever it is. I hate running. I hate cardio, unless it's fun cardio, unless it's like basketball or something, like an activity, right? Like the activities we do on Sundays. But just to run around a track or run on a treadmill, I hate that. It's boring. It's not fun to me. You know what I mean? But I've been preparing myself for that, so that should be hopefully a little bit easier than if I wasn't doing anything this week, or if I wasn't drinking water or still trying to get hydrated. But that's coming up this weekend. If you are somebody that wants to work out with us on Sundays, if you want to stand up to this test, come out on Sunday. I mean, or any Sunday. If you want to come work out, you are more than welcome. What else is going on in the world? The Hive Music Festival canceled. I was going to put this in dumb music, but I figured, nah. It is what it is. You know what I mean? On their website, hivemusicfest.com, they have a quote or a message from them, and it says, due to unforeseen circumstances, Hive Music Festival will no longer take place this year. Tickets purchased from the front gate tickets will be automatically refunded to the original method of payment in as little as 30 days. Hive Music Festival, that's from their website. This is a bummer. This was a big event that a lot of people were excited about. Me, unless it's Jay-Z, I ain't too excited. I mean, like, give me Jay-Z in Utah all day. I'm excited. Let's go. Maybe even, I don't even know if Dr. Dre will get me that excited. Definitely Hove would get me excited. But I know a lot of people were excited to see Post Malone, Big Sean. And to be honest with you, I didn't really know. There was rumblings that it might be canceled, but I wasn't going to jump out the window. I wasn't like, oh, you guys hear this? Nah. So I wait for the official statement, which I just read verbatim from the website. It's not going down. Sorry for those of you that had your heart set on it. The reasoning, it said from unforeseen circumstances. So unforeseen circumstances can mean a lot of things. We've seen this a lot during COVID, right? We've seen a lot of unforeseen circumstances during COVID times. So there's a plethora of reasons why it could be canceled. There's rumblings of ticket sales. There's rumblings of contracts. There's rumblings about a lot of things. Don't speculate. Just say, hey, it happens. Chalk it up. To the people that are online crying about it, it happens. Chalk it up. It is what it is. Think about the people. Do you think these people wanted to cancel it? I don't think. I mean, it's a lot of money. I mean, a lot of jobs and money that were just poof, gone. So I'm sure they didn't want this to happen. I'm sure the artists that were getting paid and had a retainer didn't want this to happen. I'm sure the festival people are still losing money on this in some way, shape, or form. It sucks. But, hey, what are you going to do? You know what I mean? I just know that last year it was insane. There was a sea of people. A lot of young, up-and-coming artists were booked on that show. And, you know, they'll be back. They'll do it again. Who knows if they do it. Maybe they do it in the summer or spring. I don't know. Next year. I don't know. Maybe they come through with one solo artist. I don't know. You have to wait and see. But to the people that put on the Hive Music Festival, thank you for one, because we don't really get a lot of tour. We get a lot of touring acts, but not like in a festival form. You know what I mean? And I know there's a lot of festival goers out there that just love that atmosphere. So if you're one of them, keep an eye on it. They'll be back. Give them a break. American Idol finalist, I am Tongi, I believe. Anyway, Mr. Tongi of Polynesian descent, Samoan. I think I read he's Samoan, Tongan, and he has some Irish in him, I believe. He is originally from Hawaii, but he resides in Seattle, I believe I've read. He ended up winning American Idol. I haven't watched American Idol since Andrea was on there. My friend Andrea, her sister is one of my really good friends, and so she was on American Idol. I watched that season just because she was on it, right? I wanted to support her, and but I haven't watched it before then, and even after then, I haven't watched it. But this dude, this Polynesian kid, he pulled out our heartstrings. We all seen the viral moment where he's sitting there singing that one song, talking about his pops. His pops passed away. You know me, my pops is my hero. I mean, if I outlive my dad, that's going to be the worst day of my life. You know what I mean? And you'll probably won't see a podcast for a while. And if you do, I'll probably be crying on it. But he made that song And if you don't know what I'm talking about, just Google or YouTube his name. It's the first thing that pops up, I'm sure. But he did this song that just tugged at your heartstrings. If you're somebody that loves your parents or, has love for anybody like that, you're going to cry. You know what I mean? So just based upon that one song alone, I was like, I want that dude to win. And then, of course, all the Polynesians, they were all rooting for this guy. Of course. Why not? They had parades for him. He's not even from Utah. They had a parade, like a whole parade brigade, like showing support. I seen folks that like don't even have Instagram or anything, creating Instagrams just for him. Yo, make sure you vote for homeboy. They had like 2.5 followers, and vote for homeboy. Going on live, you gotta vote for homeboy. Stop playing, vote him in. Hey, it worked. They did. That's one thing Polynesians do really well is that like if there's something that they're gonna support, they rally. We are all here. We're all in this together. Y'all better show up. You know what I mean? Little Mele, you better bring the cornbread to the cookout. You're in charge of the cornbread. You know what I mean? Samisi, you better bring the barbecue sauce. If you don't bring the barbecue sauce, you get 3 licks. All right? They pull together. You got your job. You better execute this job well. Shout out to my Polynesian folks out there, man. Pauly love. All right, what are we doing? People getting worked up over other people's situations. This was something that a topic that got brought up recently because I've noticed a lot of people getting stirred up, getting crazy, going online, battling about things that's not even affecting them. Chill out. And we're all victim to it. Yeah, I mean, I've definitely been on Twitter before defending somebody that doesn't even know me. I don't know why I was defending Exhibit in the West Coast, East Coast beef rap talk, but I was defending Exhibit. I love Exhibit. Oh no, let's get drunk. And I defended my guy. He has no idea who I am, but I was ready to go to war for him. This is what I'm talking about. It's okay to step back and let people have an opinion about something or somebody that you care about. Let them have it. But once you engage, once you take on that burden, if you don't do it right, if you don't do it classy, you're going to look like a fool. Now, the people that the people that look at that, they might be your next job interview. You don't know who's connected who, where, and what, right? So if somebody else's problem isn't affecting you and they're not your family and you don't really care, like truly ask yourself if you care. And if the answer is no, bow out. Don't even post it. Don't even let it leave your lips because it's not worth your time. We got one trip around the sun. I mean, depending on who you are, maybe got multiple. But we got one trip in this life that we're living, right? Are you going to live it being riled up about something that you can't control or something that doesn't even affect you or your family? That's the question for you. I honestly ask myself that all the time. There's a bunch of tweets that I have in drafts right now. I'm like, why would I tweet that right now? It's because I'm emotional. It's because I felt a certain type of way. But stop making other people's problems your problems unless you really, truly believe in it. Unless you truly, in your heart, believe that you need to make it known that you need to, defend it or whatever the case may be. Got it? Good.
Hey, Dre, would you calm down for a moment and just let me talk? Just at this point, you're just rambling, all right? What's up, everybody? I go by the name of Will Wonder, and I have a podcast called The Will Wonder Pod. I know, super original name, but I promise you'll love it. We talk sports, we talk music, and generally have some really interesting interviews with people that are doing some really cool things. So make sure you check it out wherever you get your podcast. Once again, that is The Will Wonder Pod. All right, Dre, go on about your business, whatever the fuck you were talking about.
If you're a sports athlete looking for a mouthguard to protect your pearly whites, look no further than All Sports Mouthguards.
All Sports Mouthguards, located in West Jordan, Utah. Come visit us, 1385 West, 9000 South in West Jordan, Utah. We offer high quality, made in the USA, custom molded and custom designed mouth guards.
Questions is powered by the good folks over at a bar named Sue at both locations. Drink great drinks with great food and an awesome time. You can learn more about a bar named Sue at abarnamedSue.com. I will actually be at Bar Named Sue Highland, 3970 South Highland Drive this Saturday. What is that? May 27th, I believe. This upcoming Saturday. I'll be there. Let's jump into your first question. This comes from Crystal in Sandy, Utah. What movie would represent your life? There's a lot of movies that I feel can represent my life in many different shapes and forms. My life is very complex, from my young childhood to young adulthood to when I became a young, more mature adult, kind of, to where I am today, right? Different phases in my life. I would say the movies that could represent my life would be The Goonies, because my life is an adventure and there's some scary moments, right? But it is fun. You know, it's a fun adventure. I would also say Boys in the Hood. I mean, I feel like there are aspects of my life that were very much serious in hood. Yeah, I mean, that movie Boys in the Hood, by no means did I live the Boys in the Hood life, but there were aspects of my life where I had the father that wanted a better life for his son. I have friends that were knuckleheads. I have friends that have passed away. I have friends that have been locked up. I've had enemies. You know what I mean? And I would say that that's another aspect of my life that can probably represent it. So Boys in the Hood. And then I would say lastly, probably Pursuit of Happiness. I think that's a great movie. And I feel like the father-son aspect of that movie was me and my dad. My dad working 3 jobs, and not all of them were great. You know what I mean? And somebody that doesn't even have a high school diploma, it's hard to get a job, right? So he had to literally break his back to provide for his son. And he would fight, and he would fight, and he would fight, and he would fight every day. Wake up, didn't want to go to work, didn't want to do these things. Mental health wasn't a thing in the 1900s, but you know what I mean? My dad, he through a divorce, a wife that was not faithful to him, dealing with addiction, dealing with a son that was just a knucklehead, whatever the case is, all these aspects of his life as well, he made it happen. He made it to where not only did I survive to where I am now, I graduated high school. I got into a career that I love. I don't have a criminal record. I haven't posted some dumb stuff on social media, but I haven't been canceled, I guess you would say. You know what I mean? Knock on wood. Hopefully I don't. Who knows? Who knows? I mean, there might be some tweets from 2012 that might get me out of here. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what's out there. But whatever happens, I'll face it head on. But definitely the Pursuit of Happiness. And we're still working for that. We're still working towards that happy ending, right? So definitely. That was a great question. I love that, Crystal. Appreciate that. Next question comes from Chris in Salt Lake City. How do you get your quality online so good? I'm assuming you mean in like the content that I post online. I studied and a lot of trial and error. There's a lot of different upgrades that I've done in the studio. There's a lot of different ways that I edit. For one, just making sure you got great lighting. You know what I mean? Just having good lighting, and your camera. Everybody has pretty much a 4K camera on their phone. Even the government assistant phones are like a 4K camera now. So just like any good camera that you can work with, and just having good lighting could really improve your quality of work. And obviously just having good microphones, just trying to be creative with how you shoot, and taking your time and take pride in it. I mean, take pride in what you're putting out to the world and try to upgrade. You know what I mean? So that's what I would say. That's how I say decent quality. I see my quality now is nowhere near what I want to be at, but it's what I have, and it's what I can work with now. I mean, I don't have the top of the line, most expensive things and tools and whatnot, but hopefully eventually I'll be able to get, a $4,000 camera and whatnot. So we'll see what happens, but work with what you have. Take tips from other people, and YouTube is going to be your best friend. Google exactly what you asked me, and Google has an answer from you from people that have been doing it way longer than me, who will do it way better than me. So Good question, Chris. And I appreciate you. I'm assuming that you like the quality of my content. So thank you. All right. Pedro in Idaho. Are you coming to Idaho in June with FFC, Fierce Fighting Championship? So Fierce Fighting Championship is going to be in Idaho Falls again for UFC 226, I believe. I believe Kent Mafaleo is defending his title. I just got word that I am going to be there. Yes, I will be there Friday and Saturday. So if you want to link, if anybody in Idaho wants to link, if you want me on your podcast, or if you want to create content, whatever the case is, Idaho, I will be in Idaho Falls June 23rd and 4th. June 23rd and 4th, yeah. And part of 25th. But I'm going to be traveling out the 25th. So if you want to link, let me know. Pedro, yes, I will be there. I'll be there. It'll be a lot of fun. So hit me up. Let me know what's going on, Idaho. I'm excited to get some Albertsons chicken. They got Albertsons, and you know Albertsons chicken, Welch's grape. That's the lunch right there. That's the deal. If you know, you know. All right, last question right here from Travis in the VC, West Valley City. Should I move to California? I don't know. Should you? I mean, me personally, I probably wouldn't move to California. Well, I guess it depends on where in California you're gonna move, right? I would probably stay away from LA unless you have money. But even then, it's like people have been targets that have money in LA right now. So I don't know. I've never been to California. I've never been there. I hear the weather's great. I got family in California. But I don't know. Depends. You're moving from West Valley City to California. What's in California? You got family in California? I need more to this, Travis. But if you're just taking my word for it, if I'm the button pusher and I'm like, either Travis goes to California or he doesn't, I'm gonna say, Travis, stay put. Maybe not California. Think about other places. What do you want out of life? Do you want to get into real estate? Do you want to just have a cool, chill life with your family? A lot of variables. But I would say stay put. Think about what you do before you do it. And don't just ask a random podcaster.
This is one of the biggest moments of your life. Walking across that stage, getting that diploma, seeing the smiling faces, people tearing up all because of you. You got to be presentable, right? Well, before you cross that stage, make sure you get cut up right with Boogie Down Barbershop. Whether if you just need a haircut, your beard worked on, your eyebrows done, we got you. Because this most important part of your life deserves to be remembered in style. Book your appointment right now at boogiedownbarbershop.com. And don't forget to follow us on social media at the Boogie Down Barber.
Are you sick of podcasts that just interview people with the same questions and gossiping nonsense?
Are you tired of hearing about what's wrong with the world? Can you locate your nearest orphanage?
Who cooked the Last Supper?
R.I.P. Mr. Potato Head.
Seppuku Harakiri.
Where is Mavis Beacon?
This is Hos.
And this is host Beefy.
Listen to the Beans and Rice podcast.
Exclusively in Braille and all streaming platforms.
Patent pending.
The name says it all.
Uh-oh. You know my name.
This is Are You Dumb?
In all the news that's dumb, a Florida man loses his arm to an alligator. This is a viral video that has been going around the internet. There's the video of the guy. He's at like the bank of a river, and he's laying there, and he honestly looks like he's drunk. He has to be drunk, and he's flopping around, and he's kind of like out of it, and he comes out of the water, and what do you know? He's missing an arm. It's gone. The arm's not there, and he's like freaking out. People hop down there, try to get him out of the water. So the story is that he hopped down there to take a piss. He went pee, fell into the water. Alligator ate his arm off, right? You jump into the habitat of a dinosaur, and the dinosaur grabbed it, did the death roll, and ripped it off like a drumstick. Man, it sucks, bro. Like, you ain't got an arm now, bro. Alcohol, for some people, is not the best thing. You know what I mean? Especially in Florida? Come on, man. Like, stay away from water in Florida. You won't catch me. If I go to Florida and they're saying, oh, you're staying in a hotel and right across from a river, nope, I'm not leaving my room. If I do go there, I'm plunging out the toilet. No snakes can come through there. Everything. I need to be on the top floor. Florida is just like a no-fly zone for me. I'm not going to Florida. Terrified of Florida. Not going for stories like this. The man survived though. The quick thinkers at the function, they made a tourniquet. They cut off the circulation on his arm, or I should say his nub, and they ended up saving his life. He made it out. He just doesn't have an arm. It sucks. Man shoots roommate over a hot pocket. Don't play around with a man's hot pocket. This was in the news recently, where roommates, one stole the other one's hot pocket. The other one got mad, wasn't playing no games, and shot him. Shot him right in the butt. Pah! Told you not to eat my hot pocket. I feel you, man. Hot pockets used to be so delicious, right? Especially like the little bagel bites and all the little smaller hot pockets. They used to be fire. No longer. You try them things now? Ugh. I'll just make my own hot pocket now. Just go get the little Pillsbury Crustable, you know what I mean? Little dough, roll it out, get some marinara, throw some mozzarella, throw some pepperoni on there. Psh, good night. You're good. Save you less money, more hot pocket, and it's fire. Yes, with capital F, F-F-F-I-R-E. Fire. Not enough to shoot a man in the butt, man. That's crazy. It's crazy. Fetty Wap. This was actually today. We got news today. Fetty Wap, if you remember right, like he got in some trouble. We'll read it here. Fetty Wap was sentenced to 6 years in prison. Fetty Wap has been sentenced to 6 years in prison after pleading guilty to federal drug conspiracy charges. He admitted to conspiracy of possessing and distributing 500 grams or more of cocaine in August of 2022. So coming up on a year. It's not currently clear when the prison sentence will begin, but after serving, Fetty Wap will have another 5 years of supervision. So Fetty, I mean, we've talked about this last year. Why are you here, bro? Like, why? Now, some people say he's been blackballed. He hasn't been working. He fell into some other legal issues. There's a lot of money that he owes people, and like legally. I mean, I believe his daughter, he lost his daughter. So there's a lot of mental health things there too. I feel bad. He's such a great talent. Fetty Wap went on a run, and I feel like he still has that talent in him. Hopefully, after he's done with this and he's done with legal issues, he can get back on the straight and narrow, hit the road, take some dates, whatever. Get into the studio, continue to make some great music. But man, you should not be locked up 6 years for drugs, bro. Like, you have too much talent to be wasted behind bars. Like, come on. Yeah, sucks. Ja Morant, he posted a cryptic post online today. So what has it been, about 2-3 weeks now since Ja Morant got caught on his friend's Instagram live holding a gun up, right? This comes after he's already been in trouble. He's already apologized. He had to sit down with Jalen Rose. The man is going through it, right? Partly due to his own stupidity. All right, so the post, which appeared on Wednesday, which was today, before being deleted, a short time later read, "Love your pops, love your ma, and you the best, you the greatest, baby girl, love you." They were followed by a one-word message, "Bye." So the sheriffs, they went and they do what's that called? They went and do a what's it called? When the sheriffs, they went and checked on him, and everything is cool with Ja. He's fine. But the message was cryptic. It looked like it was almost like a suicide type of vibe post, where he posted this thing and the bye at the end. He was just saying bye to social media. He's taking a social media break, but it was alluding to like, yo, I'm out of here. You know what I mean? I love you, my family, peace. You know what I mean? That's kind of what it was alluding to. I'm happy that Ja is, well, at least from what the police say, he's okay. But that man needs some, I think he needs some help, man. I think he needs some help. I can imagine he's young. He made a mistake. He continues to make mistakes. But now he has the work. He's not just a small guy. He's a big fish in this world right now. And I say the world because across seas, he's being looked at and judged and everything like that. this celebrity stuff ain't for everybody. You know what I mean? There's a lot that comes with it. I'm nowhere near being a celebrity, but when I get hate on my stuff, I'm like, ooh, man, that hurts. You know what I mean? So I can only imagine somebody on his, his size and his following and everything like that. It's probably a lot to take in. So Ja, please, man, go get some help. Talk to somebody. If your family ain't talking to you, if your family is not supportive in that area, go get some help, bro. Because the world needs you, man. Your family needs you. Your daughter needs you. Like, you gotta work it out, bro.
Hey, yo, you're probably listening to the Unrestricted Podcast with DreRawka.
We are?
No, they are.
Yeah. Oh, right.
Oh, wow.
And I'm the real Ruby. You can catch me and Fonzie and the G Daddy Funk on Lake Talk 801 Podcast.
Yeah, but I think you have to come in more smoother, more funnier. Like, yeah, they could catch us on the Lake Talk 801 Podcast.
Yeah, y'all can catch us on the Lake Talk 801.
Yeah, and be like, and yeah, man, hey, and they could catch people like me, the real Ruby, and people like you, Fonzie, and people like him, G Daddy Funk,
wow,
on the Lake Talk 801. Who cares?
What did he say?
Huh?
I didn't hear him.
I don't know, but this probably should be the ad.
Are these on?
Catch a new episode every Monday on all streaming platforms. The Lake Talk 801. Tune in now.
Man, you know what sounds really good? Just some chips and salsa.
You want the best salsa ever? Get yourself some Sauce Up Salsa at sauceupsalsa.com. Fresh fire roasted salsa, fresh ingredients, fresh produce made just for you.
All right, that's it. That's all your bitch ass gets.
All right, that's all you get. I was going to jump into Down in Front, but really, me and Wifey and Tavian, we just started Air on Amazon Prime. But not gonna lie, we were watching it and then it just shuts off. It just turns off on me. So I don't know, I gotta figure out what's going on with my Roku. But Air so far has been dope. It's been really good. Matt Damon kills it. So does Ben Affleck, Batman. He be killing it. Again, I'll be at a bar named Sue this Saturday at 3970 South Highland Drive. So it's the Highland location. All over the state. That's a home base, but I'm gonna be at Highland. And if you want to get tickets for Fierce Fighting Championship number 26, go on to fiercefightingchampionship.com. As I mentioned earlier, I will be in Idaho for that, so make the trip to Idaho. It's going to be a lot of fun. And these guys, man, they are cooking. The athletes here in Utah and just the athletes that have been performing at Fierce Fighting Championship are cooking. It's so nice to see and refreshing. Again, allrock.com is where you can get merch. And 385-240-4666 is the number. If you want to leave your voice notes, you can let your voice be heard on the podcast. You can also shoot a text if that works for you as well. Be a part of the conversation. It's the People's Podcast. And, yeah, I just hope you have the day you deserve. Protect your light. Wow. What the hell? Wow. We're out. Peace.